Yo, you too. What's good? What's good? It's your man, D Rich Kid. D Rich Kid. Back at you with another video, another topic. Coming to you again tonight, with another passing of I guess you could say, an American iconic figure, Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, WWF, WCW, WWE, all those WWs. When you say Hulk Hogan, man, first thing comes to mind is, wrestling icon, dominator, basically I don't know, trend setter for wrestling. When it came to wrestling, Hogan was that dude, you know what I mean? Shoot, I was a wrestling fan as a young dude. I don't know too many people, at least for talking boys, males. I don't know too many people from back in the day, from my era, that didn't partake in watching wrestling. Man, that was like the thing, man. It was football, basketball, and then it was wrestling. And when it came to wrestling, Hogan was that man, It just was what it was. I mean, all the Summer Slams I can remember. My brother was a big time wrestling fan. My cousins were, that was a big, thing, for us, getting the magazines. I can remember, them buying magazines, the action figures with Hogan and all those cats, man, the pay-per-views, watching all those Summer Slams, with the Royal Rumbles, Survivor Series. That was like a Thanksgiving thing. Yo, that was big, yo. You know what I mean? Coming up back in the day, So yeah, man. And Hogan was always in the mix, yo. He was always in the mix somewhere. He was the main title fight, or he was somewhere underneath that, caught up in it. But yeah, man. Unfortunately, today he passed away, man, from a heart attack, man. He was 71, and my wife woke me up and told me, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I was shocked when I heard it, but I was like, I was kind of saddened, and when I say I'm saddened, I guess you could say I was saddened because I knew that was pretty much an end of an era, man, when it came to wrestling, if you didn't grow up on it, you don't have the same feeling as certain people do, that grew up on it. And yeah, man, with Hogan's passing, that pretty much ends an era, man. That he was that guy for our era, and now he's gone, man. So, of course, there's only one Hulk Hogan. There'll never be another Hulk Hogan. Yeah, man. But I want to speak on a lot of the controversy that, has come with Hogan here. Now, Hogan, he got caught up in his later days, I guess towards the end of his career, with some racially inflammatory comments. He got caught. It was either on a recorded line or a hot mic, one or two, something to the fact of his daughter dating a man of color, a black man, and him using the N-word. He got caught using it. Basically, he didn't approve of it. He didn't want his daughter with, a man of color. And I ain't gonna lie, I was really shocked when I heard that, I was like, wow, for, a man of Hogan's stature, you wouldn't think, when you see these guys on TV, you kind of expect that these guys are, like they're welcoming, they're not nasty. They would never discriminate against somebody because of their color, whatever. But, when I heard that kind of threw me back, I was like, damn. And Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, YouTube, it kind of hurt, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, you was around brothers in, the wrestling, and didn't have a problem there, I guess at least he didn't show it or say anything about it back then. But, when it comes to your daughter dating a man of color, a black man, per se, it's an issue. And then, using the N-word, you know what I mean? Like that messed a lot of people up. And, from that point on, a lot of people jumped off Hogan's bandwagon, they didn't respect him anymore, and in some ways I can't blame them. And then more recently, I don't know, was it maybe a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago, maybe somewhere, he got caught up in another so-called, I guess, racial inflammatory kind of thing where he, I want to say when he found out that it was a black girl, a black woman doing some kind of business work for him or something, he didn't like it, or he didn't want to continue on with the relationship or something business-wise like that. And it was only because when he found out something about the black woman was doing work for him or something, he, was kind of like, nah, he didn't want to deal with it anymore or whatever, or he wanted somebody else in that position or something. And, he got a lot of backlash over that, because he found out it was a black woman. And now he claimed that it wasn't because of that, but a lot of people kind of felt like, yeah, it was, So, but I saw Hogan, gave his life supposedly to Christ. He got baptized. I saw a video of that, which I didn't know. And I saw a video earlier where he was talking about his faith and how the things in the past, things that he was doing, that he had done in the past, compared to now, I guess more recently in the present, and how, he just basically said that he let God deal with, a lot of his drama now. He didn't deal with it. He let God fight his fights or whatever. But my question, YouTube, is this, and shout out to my man on what's his YouTube channel? The Biblical Conservative, I want to say that's his channel. I could be wrong, but anyway, I think that's his name, his YouTube channel. Shout out to him. I was looking at a video that he made, and he was bringing up a point where, as far as forgiveness, can people be forgiven for racially inflammatory words that they say out their mouth? He was saying that people of color tend not to forgive people if somebody of another ethnic group or another race makes a racially bigoted comment towards a person of color, which, a black person per se. There's no forgiveness for that. He was saying, we'll forgive this person for that. We'll forgive these people for this. We'll forgive, this for that. But when it comes to race, you know what I mean? He was like, nah, it doesn't fly, And I was thinking, like, that's a good point. That's a good question. Like, I thought we were all supposed to forgive each other for our wrongdoings. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, and one thing I thought that, the Creator God always said that, if you don't forgive, then He won't forgive you for your mistakes if you don't forgive others, And so, like he was saying, is Hogan any different? Can he be forgiven? Particularly by, people of faith, And I thought that was a good question, man. And I say, yeah, man, absolutely, a person can be forgiven, you know, if they're genuine about it, because God knows that, hey, man, I can definitely use forgiveness in the past, things I've done, you know. Um, I'm close to no sin at all. You know what I mean? So if people can forgive you, forgive me for things I've done. I know Hogan can be forgiven for something that he said or he did. Um, that's just my 2 cents on the YouTube. But anyway, um, sad though. Again, Hulk Hogan passed away today by having a heart attack at age 71. It's definitely an end of an era. Hogan also was in a lot of movies. If y'all remember, he was in Rocky 3. He was in that wrestling movie with Zeus back in the day. All my older heads probably know about that. No Holds Barred. That was a pretty dope movie. Of course, Rocky 3 with Sylvester Stallone. That was pretty dope. What else? He's been in some other things too, man. But mainly, Hogan will always be remembered for his wrestling. WWF, WCW, and the WWE. Iconic moments, man. Iconic moment. I can remember when Hogan slammed Andre the Giant. Andre was like 500 pounds, yo. And I think that was WrestleMania. And he scooped Andre the Giant up and slammed him, yo. That was like the slam heard around the world, yo. That was crazy, yo. I remember when Hogan started that whole New World Order in the WCW when he became Hollywood Hogan. That was pretty funny times too, man, when they used to come in and jump cats. Yeah, man, Hogan. Just so many iconic moments, man. But yeah, man. Again, like I said, end of an era. Hogan's gone. Wrestling never be the same. It hasn't been the same in many years. I just recently saw Goldberg retired. That's another beast right there. So yeah, man. But anyway, YouTube, let me know what y'all think, man, about Hogan, man. Can he be forgiven for sins of his past, or no, you don't feel like he can? All right. But as always, YouTube, like my video, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Oh, I just want to put out, thank you for all my subscribers. I'm at 80. I hit 80. My goal is to, by the end of this year, I would like to get to 100 subscribers, yo. 100 subscribers. That would be great for me. I'm just an average dude that just makes YouTube content. So, if I can get to 100, lovely. That's a blessing, yo. I feel like I'll be accomplished goal for this year. You know what I mean? But anyway, YouTube, as always, not gonna make this video too long. I'm out. Peace.